I'll let people flood in for a bit. This is the best part about going live, is just waiting for people to show up. I'm just gonna stare awkwardly. Okay, so let me pull up our TMI Girl Talk questions, if I can find them. Hi, guys. Oh my God, I love when like I go on live and it's awkward for like the first 30 seconds and then everyone comments at the same time. Hi, babes, welcome. So like, I don't know if you guys saw, but oh my God, it's your first live. Hi, welcome. Thanks for being here. Hi Layla. I haven't done lives in a hot minute. ABC, I saw that message real quick. So just like quick little thing. Hola, soy Dora. Yeah, I'm sure you are. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just getting so overwhelmed. I posted on my YouTube community tab page. Oh, thanks, babe. She said I was glowing. That's so sweet. I posted on my YouTube community tab page, yeah, a live stream schedule, because I haven't like live streamed in a couple of months. Oh my God. Hi, ABC. Happy early birthday. So I posted a schedule for like all my little live streams for the next month. I'm just gonna be live streaming every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. So high key glowing, babes, thanks. It's definitely the ring light. I also just ended my period. I got that after period glow. So yeah, that's basically it. Today, like I kind of gave a theme of a TMI girl talk. So like if you want to talk about TMI girl talks, we can totally do that, or we can talk about anything you guys want. Hi, Emma. Oh, eat? What am I eating? I want to eat something. So y'all let me know what we want to do. Do you want to just chat? Do you want to ask some girl talk questions? Or do we want to like, hi Piper, or do we want to like chat and throw in like girl talk questions? Oh my God, thanks. This is my old filming setup. Like if you have been around for a hot minute, honestly, like maybe I haven't, hi Anastasia. If you haven't seen my videos within the last, like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 years, this used to be my old filming setup, and then I got an office because I'm a big girl. Okay, so have you watched The Outsiders? No, I haven't. I feel like I've heard of that, but I haven't watched it. Do we want to do girl talk? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of girl talk comments. Also, hi Autumn. Period talk. That's part of girl talk. If you guys have any girl talk questions you can let me know. If not, I do have the little Google form that I posted on my community tab page where you guys like sent me your girl talk questions anyways. So like, am I team Conrad or Jeremiah? Girl. Y'all are distracting me. Okay, throw in your girl talk questions and like I'll answer as I see them. Am I team Jeremiah or Conrad? So listen, for season 1 and season 2, I was team Jeremiah, but sadly, I missed the red flags, and with season 3, I quickly realized, I was like, oh, Jeremiah is a little problematic. I see some red flags going up with Belly, which is crazy because he didn't have those same red flags for Denise. I was like, you are amazing for Denise. Okay, that's nice. But because he got kind of toxic towards Belly, especially with like the blowing up on her when she was like, I'm not coming back. I just thought he reacted really mean for someone that's supposed to love someone else. So Team Conrad, yeah, it is. It is what it is. Craving to eat at your house right now. Weird craving, but I mean, okay, I don't have that much food, but you're welcome to come. I did see a comment that asked, how do I shave? Okay, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I haven't shaved in years because I did do laser hair removal and I do IPL, which is like basically like at-home hair removal. When I shaved, or when I did shave, the number one tip is always shave in the direction that your hair grows. You never want to shave against the hair because like that can create ingrown hairs and razor bumps or like razor burn or like, hi Olivia, or like strawberry skin. So always shave in the direction that your hair grows. Also, this might be like a conspiracy or something, but I don't know. I have noticed that men's razors are way better than women's razors. There's a brand that I really like. It's called Harry's. I shave with a Harry's razor, and like I still do when I still have to catch up because like I a little bit of body hair, but it's not much. I don't really care to like continue my laser that much. I have an IPL if I really wanted to, but yeah, whatever. Harry's razors, the men's razors, I do like those more. Also, after you shave, you should probably moisturize because your skin's gonna be a little bit dry, you know. So you could also do like a little compress. I'm trying to think back of like the video when I tried an entire shave routine, and I remember someone putting like a warm compress like on their skin to like prep the follicles or whatever, and then like a compress after, and then of course like moisturize. So yeah, exfoliating before shaving. I just saw that comment from someone. Yes. I tried that. I did a whole like video where I tried a shaving routine for down there, and looking back at it now, the exfoliation that I did, I personally wouldn't do again because it was a heavily fragrance exfoliant, and I was like, ooh, there just shouldn't be any fragrance related products down there. So exfoliating before shaving is great if you can just get like a sensitive skin friendly one. Yeah. Why does the tampon hurt when it's in? Interesting. It shouldn't hurt when it's in. My guess is that it hurts because it's at the wrong angle, or it hurts because you're not bleeding enough to be wearing a tampon. So I don't know, girl. The angle you want to put it in is like a 45-degree angle. You kind of want to aim at like the back end of your tummy if you're sitting down, if that makes sense. I have an entire video on how to put on a tampon, so definitely go check that out. If it hurts, that's literally all I can think of. You're not ready for one, or it's inserted at a bad angle. Don't be afraid. I'm so serious. Don't be afraid to like stick your fingers in there and like move it around and fix it, but like wash your hands before you do that. Oh, somebody said hi. Hi, somebody. Somebody. I said somebody. Hi, somebody. Why do we need to shave down there? You don't need to shave down there, actually. You don't need to shave, period. You only get rid of your body hair if you want to get rid of your body hair. If you love your body hair, that's totally fine. That's the beauty of it being your body hair. You decide if you want to keep it or not. Don't ever feel like you have to shave. Okay, like I want to make that so clear. Like body hair is natural. We wouldn't grow it if it wasn't supposed to be there. It's just solely up to you. Like me personally, I didn't like my body hair. And like, to be fair, I got bullied for my body hair when I was in school. So I think that's what led me to like hating my body hair. But you know, I don't regret not having it. I like no body hair, but that's a me thing. Is it normal I haven't gotten my period for the past 2 months? Okay, so it really depends. If this is like your first period, or like you're still new to periods, like if you just started getting periods within the last year or two, it's kind of expected because your body is doing something new for the first time that it's never done before. So yeah, your period's not going to be extremely regular. It might come once a month. It might come again in like 3 months. It might come again in like 6 months. Like your body's just getting used to having a period. So like after 1 or 2 years is about when it should be starting to get regular. And if it's been that long and it's still not regular, that is definitely something to talk to a doctor about. Sadly, your girl is not specialized. I just like girl talk. Okay, let's see. What does it say? How often should you change your tampon? So you always want to read the instructions in your tampon box because like every brand is different. The sweet spot for like a regular size tampon, if I'm not mistaken, is like 4 to 6 hours. I think super you might be able to do 6 to 8 hours. I personally wouldn't do more than 8 hours max just because like toxic shock syndrome, like it's super rare, but it's still a thing. It's still like possible, you know? And by the way, if you didn't know, toxic shock syndrome is like a bacterial infection, right? And everyone's like, oh my God, you get them from tampons. Tampons will give you TSS. Did you know that anyone could get TSS, even like men and kids? And it's not just tampons. You can get it from like any period product because like it's a bacterial infection. So yeah, fun little life hacks, I guess, or life facts, whatever. That being said, I get so sidetracked of y'all. My ADHD is like working overtime on these lives. What was I saying? How long to keep a tampon in? Read the box. Also, if you find that like you're wiping, you can pee with a tampon in, by the way. You just might want to like tuck the string back. Yeah, so it's not in the pee hole, so no pee gets on the string. So like tuck it in the lips back and you can pee with the tampon in. If you are wearing a tampon, using a tampon, whatever the term is, and you wipe and you see blood, that's a sign that it's time to change. And if you find that you're bleeding through your tampons like in an hour or like 2 hours, go up a size. And if you're at the highest size and you find that you're still bleeding through them, talk to a doctor, girl. Are disposable razors better than the reusable? I personally don't think so. Hi, Reagan. I personally don't think so, just because I feel like since they're disposable, they're a little bit cheaper. Like, they're not meant to really last that long. I've always liked reusable razors with like the blades that you can just buy. Like, but that's me personally. You could have a different experience though. Oh my gosh, hold on. The messages are coming too fast. Is it normal that I feel uncomfortable when my friends talk about it because I'm the only one who has not got it? Your period? What does my shirt say? My shirt says the Somerset. Oh, it says figure me out. And on the bottom, it says the Somerset. That's one of my favorite bands. It's a little smiley face. If you're uncomfortable talking about your period, that's okay. It's definitely not something to feel uncomfortable over, you know, like that's just something that you got to work on. Like, I remember being 11 years old and being afraid to say the word period. But like now as I get older, I'm like period, vagina, menstrual bleeding, you know, like I don't care because it's a natural bodily function. So I think it's just one of those things that you'll like eventually outgrow. Like, there's nothing taboo or bad about saying it, you know? So I wouldn't stress it. I work at a ranch and it only has a porta potty without anywhere to throw away my pads. What do I do? Wait, there's not a trash can anywhere near the porta pot? Can you throw pads in a porta potty? I don't see why you couldn't. Is that problematic? I mean, like, they have to pump it out, right? Girl, I got no idea. I have never gone to a porta potty on my period. What do you do? I'm actually stumped. Okay, next question. Okay, what is this? So here's a girl talk thing for you. So there's a guy over at my school who I kind of like, but one thing is my school doesn't allow romance stuff because it's a Christian private school. This feels unfair to me. Okay, but like, can you do romance outside of school? Or I'm just saying. Is it normal to feel sick on your period? I mean, like, I have noticed when I start getting my period, I will start to feel like symptoms of a cold the couple of days like before my period. And, you know, like maybe it's just me, maybe it's like a general like period thing or whatever, but I do think your immunity goes down if I'm not mistaken. So it is kind of possible. At least like I've experienced like my immunity go down a bit. How cold are we talking? Hi, Sammy. Oh, wait. My messages are flying. Oh my God. Thank you, Emelina. She said I look cute with my glasses. What are the best pad brands for young girls? The best pad brand is honestly the one that you have access to. Like, there are so many different types of period brands. Like, I really like a line called Honey Pot. August is great. I'm thinking I lean more towards reusable products, but Cora is great. I've bought a lot of their tampons. But honestly, like, everyone is different and everyone has a different budget and everyone has different like access to different period products. So it's really just what's best for you. And there are also like different type of pads and different type of pad sizes. Like, some have wings, some brands don't have overnight, like, you know, it's so many different things. Like, I would definitely recommend shopping around and trying different pads until you find one that you really like. Oh, wait. How far should you go when dating if you're 13? Babes, you are asking someone who's gonna tell you don't do anything, because I feel like a mother to you guys sometimes, and I don't want to think about my 13-year-old children doing the nasty. Listen, I will say one thing. You only ever go as far as you are comfortable going, okay? Do not let some crusty, dusty, musty kid make you feel pressured and make you feel like you need to do things that you don't want to do, okay? So if you want to go make out with him, go make out with him. If you want to get a little grabby and you feel comfortable getting a little grabby, get a little grabby. The only other piece of advice I will give is, whatever you do, use protection. I'm just saying. Okay, next question. Sharon, what do? I have a friend who's really weird. He looks up my skirt and stuff. I'm in 6th grade. Babes, what do you mean? First of all, you call this man's. Okay, 6th grade. You call this boys your friends and he's looking up your skirt? Ugh. Ew. Block, delete, tell his mom, tell the principal, tell the teacher, tell everyone and their mother. That's a creep in the making. This man's gonna be 35 looking in freaking little girls' rooms. Girl, clock it right now. Go tell someone. I'm so serious. Anyways. Hi, Sharon. I haven't got my period yet, but what are the main things I should do if my mom is at work? If your mom's at work and you got your period, this is like I want to say, what's the term? This is like a canon event. If you're a girly and you get your period unexpectedly, you're going to go to the bathroom. You're going to have some toilet paper and you're going to wrap up that toilet paper and make a little makeshift pad. And you're going to use that as a pad until mom can come home and bring you actual pads. I still have to do that sometimes. Hi, Camilla, or Camila. I almost forgot how to say Camilla in Spanish, and I literally have a cousin named Camila. Camila. Oh my gosh, wait. Guys, the messages are flooding again. The one thing I still haven't figured out from YouTube Live is like how to slow down my comments so I can actually read. Okay, wait. Oh my gosh. Hi, Serena. I'm so happy you love my videos. Hi, Random Stuff with Belle. How do I remove hair on the bikini line if I don't shave and I cut the hairs down there short? Babes, if you don't shave and you already like trim your hairs and you want to get rid of those hairs, the only other things I could think of are waxing, hair removal creams. There's a brand called Nair. I will warn you though, they kind of smell. Like, they are not very pleasant smelling. They really like reek actually, but okay, still hair removal creams, an IPL, like that's like a little laser removal machine that you use at home, an IPL, or I don't even want to say this, but like plucking, which sounds awful and painful, but that's the only thing I could think of to clean up the bikini area if it's not shaving. Good luck, Charlie. Advice on crushes? Like what? There's so many advice to give on crushes. I would love to give all the advice. Hi, Stella. I love you too. Thank you. I'm so happy you like my channel. Why didn't you do a reading coming out stories this June? Babe, because I traveled for all of June and that wasn't my plan. Like, I actually am so hard on myself sometimes. I was kind of kicking myself this June because that was the first month where I didn't upload a video every single week, because I always upload a long form video every single Monday, and I've been doing that forever, right? But I went traveling in April, end of April, and for May, and I was supposed to be back home end of May, and then I was gonna film videos for June, right? Nah, I extended my trip and I didn't come back home until like July. I literally had to like film a TMI girl talk in my Airbnb in Croatia because I was like, I can't just not post videos. This is like not right, you know? So that's why I kind of slipped on June. I'm so sorry. So I like this boy. He flirts with me and is touchy, carry, and playful, and he's been throwing hints that he likes me. What do I do? How do I tell him? 7th grade. 7th grade. Ooh, babes. The thing is, like, me giving advice now, I'd be so bold. I would go up to him and be like, you like this or what? You want a piece of this or what? But, you know, like, that's not very 7th grade, right? I would simply... I'd keep flirting and let him do something. Because if he really is about it, he will make it happen. And I think that's like one thing that I've really learned about like boys is, I'm so serious. If he wanted to, he would. Like if a guy likes you, he will make it known. No, I just saw a comment that said, I'm a boy. Should I leave? No, babes. Everyone is welcome here. I'll give you crush advice too. I don't care. So girl, enjoy it for what it is. Be flirty. If something happens, it happens. Like, I wouldn't sweat too much about it or think too much about it. Just have fun with it. You know, go with the flow. Let things happen naturally. You don't need to be stressing yourself out. Oh my gosh. Ah! They're getting overwhelming again. Okay, wait. I was gonna read one and then I lost it. I throw up on my period. Any idea why? Also, hi, Maddie. Welcome to your first live. Okay. I've never felt that nauseous on my period to throw up, but I have a friend of a friend who like constantly throws up on their period. And she's like, it's normal. It's like my normal anyways. I don't think that should be normal. I think that's something you might want to talk to a doctor about. It could be normal, but I've never experienced that as normal. And like, I've only ever met one other person that was like, I throw up all the time on my period. That sounds awful. My guess is it has to be like some type of nausea. Maybe it's the type of food that you're eating. Maybe it's like your diet, like on your period. Like you can try cycle syncing, which is like when you adopt your lifestyle to whatever phase of the menstrual cycle you're in, like your diet included. Like when you're on your period, you're supposed to eat more greens, more veggies, more fruits, like drink lots of water, less fatty fried foods, no coffee. So maybe try that. Other than that, girl, good luck, Charlie. You look, Emma, I cannot read that. I look like Seungmin from Skiz. I don't know what that means, but thank you. I hope. Hi, Sharon. My ex is a creep, and he keeps touching my arms and legs weirdly. What should I do? Ew. Make him feel bad. Actually, you know what? If someone's bullying you or someone's being creepy to you, always embarrass them. That is the one thing that will get people to stop. If you embarrass them and make them feel bad for what they're doing. If my ex was touching me all creepy and stuff, I'd be like, ew, what's wrong with you? You're such a creep. Do you do that to everyone? And make him feel bad. Let everyone else know he's a creep and see how much he'll change. Anyways. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Sharon, how do I convince my parent and mom to let me use tampons? She's terrified of them, but I have severe sensory issues and cannot stand pads. Please help me convince her. Okay. So your mom is against tampons. My mom was against tampons. The thing is, when my mom was like, I don't want you using tampons, I used my own money and I bought my own tampons. So, oh, Win glasses. Thank you. They're from Pair Eyewear. I think I have a discount code if you want some. I think it's Sharon15. Anyways. Yeah, I got my own tampons. The next thing, clock it. The next thing is, someone said that. I promise it's not just my ADHD. The next thing I do is be like, Mom, like, I'm struggling with a pad. It's giving me like pad rash. Like, it's really irritating. It doesn't feel comfortable. Like, please let me try a tampon. Or maybe even like a menstrual cup. Or hear me out, because this is kind of like a pad, but it doesn't feel like a pad. Period underwear. I feel like your mom might actually lean more into period underwear. It doesn't feel wet. And if it does feel wet, that's when you need to change, but it doesn't feel wet for a while, which, by the way, I also have a code for that too. Sharon gets you 10% off at KG by Diggs. So yeah, that's either get your own tampons or beg her or try to find a happy medium with like, I don't know, period underwear like a menstrual cup. Advice for cramps. Hi, Rachel. Oh, thanks for the gift, babes. My biggest advice for cramps is I get really bad period cramps sometimes. I'm literally staring at my heating pad on the floor. I have an electric heating pad. That's my favorite. Always my number one. My second thing is I started drinking this tea. It's called, actually, I don't know what the name is. It's just spearmint leaves tea. Spearmint tea. I got it on Amazon. It tastes like spearmint, you know, like common like toothpaste or gum. It's like a little minty tea. I started drinking that the week before my period and the week of my period because this PCOS girly, which PCOS is like polycystic ovarian syndrome, that usually has like really bad periods, like really painful periods. She says spearmint tea works wonders for her and gives her like less painful periods. So I started doing that, and honestly, I think it's helped. So I definitely try spearmint tea. Other teas that are supposed to be good for cramps are like raspberry leaf tea, ginger tea, chamomile. So like definitely stick to herbal teas. Herbal always. You don't want caffeine. Caffeine makes your cramps worse. The other advice is literally changing your diet. Like if you eat greasy, fatty, gross foods, it's gonna hurt. Like this is gonna sound insane, but this one time my period was late and I was like, okay, girl, I ain't got time for this. I went to Red Robin and I had the greasiest burger. And I was like, yeah, this is going to give me my period. Tell me how I literally got my period the next day. When they say that food doesn't do anything to periods, they're lying. So those are my biggest pieces of advice. Oh, another one that I started doing actually. Epsom salt baths. And if you're an athlete, you know about Epsom salt. You can get it at like any grocery store or like any like store or even online. It's just straight up Epsom salt. That's it. You put like 2 cups in a bath and you soak in the bath, and it has like magnesium, which is supposed to help you like really feel a lot better, and it's supposed to help you feel calmer, and it's supposed to help your sore muscles. That's why athletes use it, because it helps their sore muscles. The only other thing I could think of, message redacted, why? The only other thing I could think of is there's this brand Ollie. Ollie does like little period vitamins. Not period vitamins. They do vitamins in general, and they just recently put out period vitamins called Period Hero. I've been taking those too. I take 2 of those during my period, and I don't know if they've helped, but like, I think they've helped. I haven't had bad cramps this last period. Like, this last period was actually my easiest period in a long time, because before that I was struggling. So I hope that helps. I feel like I just did a lot of things. Okay, let's see. Sharon, the comments are flooded, so I'm trying to get you to see this. Hi, babes. How do I tell my mom I want to start using tampons? I just talked about this in my girl talk video, which actually, if you guys haven't seen, I posted a new video yesterday. It's a TMI girl talk. Haha, because we love girl talk. If I were to tell my mom I want to try tampons, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make it think it was her idea, right? So I'd go up to her and I'd be like, hey, mom, I want to do these activities. Like, I don't know, I want to play sports. I want to go swimming. I want to do PE. I don't feel comfortable with my pads. What else can I try? Like, can I try tampons? I've been told they're like really good for those type of things, and like, hope that works. If not, the second best option, which is probably the easiest option, is just going up to her and being like, hey, ma, I want to try tampons. Can you help a girl out? Please and thank you. It's so much easier, I know. Okay. Do a Google form. I have my Google form. I have it pulled up. Like, it's right here. But I'm getting so many comments that I'm just like, I feel like I should just read these. But you know what? Let's see some of these from the Google form. Okay. What is the first? Tell me how the first question, y'all, is, why does coochie juice exist? Coochie juice? I hope you're talking about discharge. That's the only coochie juice I know. Girl, it exists because your vagina's cleaning itself out. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of coochie juice. It's safe. It's fine. Your girl's healthy. Grace says, I tried to use a tampon and it was not dry, but it hurt so much. Do you have any advice? First, thanks for the gift, babes. Yes, I do. Okay. My follow-up question is, what size tampon did you try? You always want to start with the smallest size of tampon. I tried to use a tampon, it was dry, but it hurt so much. Do you have an idea? The only other thing I could think of is you might have been inserting it at the wrong angle. Like, if you're inserting a tampon and it just hurts from the get-go, or it just feels wrong from the get-go, you're probably angling it wrong. I'm trying to think. I don't have like a water bottle on me. I have a video. You should definitely check it out. It's called How to Put a Tampon In. But basically, like, let's say this is your tampon. My little chapstick. This is your tampon, and here's your vagina. You're sitting on the toilet. You want to angle the tampon at a 45-degree angle. So kind of like aim it towards the back of your lower tummy. Also, actually, I just thought of this. There are like 2 different types of tampons. So they're the ones that come out with like wings, and they're the ones that are just like the little cotton, like just tubes. I'd try a tube. I feel like a tube would be better. If you bleed a lot, I'd try the wings. Hopefully those help you out a little bit more. I've even seen people actually like add lube to their tampons, but you said it wasn't dry. So then that makes me think it must have been the angle. Definitely check out my like how to put in a tampon video, because I go a lot more in depth on that. But there are also some people that sometimes like tampons just don't work for them. Maybe even try a menstrual cup, actually. Oh my gosh. Okay. So many comments. Hold on. Is hanging out with more boys than girls normal? I'm starting to act like a boy. Ashley, babes, only if you're enjoying being around the boys. Like, it doesn't matter who you hang out with or who you don't hang out with, as long as like you're enjoying hanging out with them and they're nice to you and they make you feel good. No shame in that. Hi, Sharon. I love you. Hi, Mayla and Kayla. I love you. What do I do when I think I might have 2 crushes, but one of them isn't in my class anymore? BCW, I don't want to date. I just like having a crush. Then babes, what does it matter if you have 2 crushes or not if you don't want to date? That's fine. Have all the crushes you want. I have so many crushes. Sebastian Stan, Joe Jonas, Matthew A. Gubler. Like, it's a great thing to have a crush. I wouldn't do anything about it. Just enjoy your time. Enjoy your time crushing on them. And you know what? If he isn't in your class anymore, distance only makes the heart grow fonder. Do menstrual cups hurt as I do wrestling and judo? Also, what brand is best? Oh my gosh, what type of menstrual cup brands are there? I know a couple. There's one called Diva, like the Diva cup, that's the OG one. Oh, there's one that I really, oh, that's a menstrual disc. Nixit is great for a menstrual disc. A menstrual disc is like a disc like this, while a cup is more like this, like a little wine glass. I haven't tried a menstrual disc, but I do like Nixit. I actually have it because I should try it. I don't think a menstrual cup hurts. I did try it. There's an entire YouTube video of me like trying one out if you want to go check it out. I didn't think it hurt at all, but it just wasn't for me. I don't like having to insert stuff on my period because like I don't care to. My favorite is like period underwear. So that's just me. But no, menstrual cups don't hurt. For the most part, I didn't even feel it inside me, honestly. And it was like super convenient because it just collected the blood so easily. So yeah, try one out. You could even go on Amazon and like buy more affordable ones. It doesn't have to be like a big brand one, and check that out. And then if you really like it, then you can go for like actual like Diva cup. Or there's one brand that I really liked because I supported like everything they did. They're like women founded, and now I can't think of it, and that's gonna bother me forever. Okay, let me see. Rachel says, why do I faint on my cycle? Salt! The brand is called Salt. I love Salt. They're women owned. They're such a great brand. They're all sweethearts. I would definitely check that out for a menstrual cup. But again, you can start small. Cora, that's another good brand. Cora, actually, guys, oh my gosh, I saw this. Cora is currently doing a scholarship. If you are going to college anytime soon, they have a period scholarship that you guys should go check out. It's like CORA. Okay, now Rachel, you fainting on your cycle sounds scary. That makes me think you might be anemic, or that makes me think you might be low on iron, which is kind of ironic because when you are on your period, you are losing a lot of blood. So by default, you are losing a lot of iron. So you might want to eat more foods with iron or like take iron supplements, but that's something to definitely talk to a doctor about first. Because again, your girl is not specialized. I just like girl talk. But like to give you an idea of like iron rich foods, I know like spinach is one. You have to be like Popeye girlfriend. Red meat, spinach, nuts, tofu, chicken, eggs, oysters, soybean. Yeah, you shouldn't be fainting that often. That definitely sounds like a you running out of blood type of thing. So I hope that helps. OMG, I love you too, Zombies fan. Okay, wait, hold on. Rye and Kate says, Sharon, SOS, I need help, please. I've been flirting with my crush a lot and we've always flirted, but I don't know how to give a bigger hint that I like him, and I'm pretty sure he likes me too. When is it okay to say I love you? Oh, we got some deep questions. Okay, so you flirting with someone and they're flirting back with you. I would take the flirting a step further. Listen, I'm not afraid to be bold. So I will always like tell you to be bold because like you never know until you try it, right? You know, what do you got to lose? I guess you're crushed, but that means like they weren't the one anyways, right? So I'd be like, so what are we gonna do about this? And he's like, what do you mean? I'm gonna be like, when are you gonna take me on a date? Is that too bold? Then he'd be like, when are we gonna hang out? When are we gonna go to the movies? When are you gonna take me to dinner? You know, like just throw it out there. Worst thing they could say is no, then be like, oh, okay, that's fine. Just play it off like it didn't even matter. Like it didn't even care. Question for Taylor Lover 13. When is it okay to say I love you? Girl, whenever you feel it. Like I say I love you to people that I just met because like I feel this thing where I'm like, wow, I love you. Like I just met you and I already care for you, you know? But like obviously like I love you maybe a little bit more romantic. So like just I am always just so transparent and so like just be honest and open and say what you mean. If you feel it, you say it. There's no shame. And if someone doesn't reciprocate it or they think it was like a little too extreme, then you know like it's no sweat off your back. You said your truth, you know? I don't think there's a shame in that. So say it when you want to. Hi, Jameson. This says, I love you too. Wait, I'm losing the comment. It said something like, how to come out to extended family. Babes, I am so sorry, but I generally have never experienced the need to come out because, like, I'm straight, you know, like you don't have to come out as straight. So I've never experienced that. So I can't give advice on that. But I will say I have videos where I read coming out stories, and those videos are really wholesome. Like, the comments give a lot of advice, and it's super, super supportive. I guess it really depends. Like, if you want to be fun about it, if you want to be genuine about it, if you want to be a little more serious about it, you know, I just sadly can't give personal advice because I've never had to do it. Couple more from Google Forms. Okay, Emmy. I see you bullying me to read the Google Forms. Check the forms. Check the forms. I saw that. I saw it. I'm going. Okay, let's see. What's next on the Google Forms? Oh my God, I lost the tab. Oh, here we go. It's not loading, y'all. Hi, Susanna. Y'all, the Google form is not loading. Yo, what the heck? Oh my God, it signed me out. Did y'all do this? Y'all did this. Wow. So, like, we'll just wait. I'm just gonna wait. Hi. I'm just saying hi to everyone that says hi now. The huzz texted me. What do I do? What is a huzz? What is a huzz? I've never heard that in my life. Y'all making me feel old right now. A husband. Girl, your husband texted you text them back. What do you mean? The heck? What else do you do? Huzz. That's funny. Is doing the boombaya awkward? I've never seen someone call it a boombaya. Wait, I kind of like that. That's funny. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. If it's your first time doing the boombaya, honestly, even the first couple of times in the boombaya, yeah, it might be a little bit awkward. And, like, that's totally normal, and that's something to be ashamed of because you're doing something you've never done before. Especially if you're doing it with someone who hasn't done it either. Like, it's something to learn, you know? You're trying out something new. It's okay if it's going to be awkward. It's okay if it's going to be a little bit weird. What matters most is that you feel comfortable with the person that you're doing the boombaya with, you know? That's what's so important. You want to be with someone that's not going to pressure you, not going to make you feel bad, not going to laugh at you, not going to judge you. So that's what matters. And if it's a little bit awkward, it's okay because you're with someone that makes you feel comfortable enough to the point where it doesn't feel that bad. So, oh my gosh. Hi, Queen. Hi, Michaela. Hi, Isabella. Hi, Lexi. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Ah! Too many comments. Hi, Stars. Hi, Gabby. How many animals do you have and what are their names? Oh, husband's your crush? Why sound like husband, though? I have a lot of cats that I take care of in the neighborhood because I'm allergic. Yeah, so I don't really have cats anymore. Like, I had my kitties who are now, like, at my grandma's house because my allergies got so bad that my kitties can't even be my kitties anymore. But, like, luckily my grandma lives, like, in walking distance of me, so I can say hi to my cat whenever I want. I literally said hi to her today. Other than that, I have my dog Fluffy, who's hypoallergenic, but, like, my allergies still act up a lot with Fluffy. It's kind of bad. And then my dad has a little bird. I call him Birdie. Hi, Sophie. Hi, Slay Queen. Just Belle. What tampon brand do you use? Hi, Kennedy. I use a couple of tampon brands, actually. I like the Obi line, the, like, organic line. And Obi is a non-applicator type of tampon. So that's, like, one that you just straight up stick without the plastic applicator. I like Obi. I like Cora. I used Cora a lot this summer. I have a lot more Cora in my bag, actually. I like Lola. Lola's another really good brand. I haven't tried August, but I keep being told that, like, August is where it's at, so I have to check out August. But yeah, I really just kind of look in the tampon aisle and I, like, look for a couple things. Me personally, I look for organic. I like clean. I like women owned. Like, that's just me personally, though. Again, it's like, what's about, like, accessibility? Like, you don't have to, you know, you get what you want. But those are some of the things that I look for. And those are kind of the brands that I've liked. If I'm, like, going to be at a store, I feel like they always have Cora. So I'll get Cora. But like when I was in Turkey over the summer, they didn't have a lot of American brands, but they had OB. So I got the OB organic line and I actually really liked that. I thought I would hate using a non-applicator tampon, and it's actually pretty easy. I mean, my fingers got a little bit bloodied, but like you just, wipe it off. Girl, where are these Google forms that everyone's mentioning? Okay, so on my YouTube community tab page, like if you go to my YouTube channel page, let me pull it up. You're gonna go to my channel. Hello, if my channel wants to load, you go to my channel and there's a tab that says community. You go to like the community or you enter my community. And there is whenever I post my Google forms that I'm like accepting submissions. And I want to say maybe a week ago, I posted one that I was accepting girl talk questions. So that's what people are talking about, which actually, let me see if that's loaded now. It did load, guys. So I can look at the Google forms. Okay. So let's see. What questions am I reading? I love you. Please say hi. Hi, Aria. What are the best ways to I can't English. To stay safe when online dating? Oh, babes. I could write like a freaking like novel on this. Okay, number one, if you are meeting up with someone that you met online, like on a dating app, or actually if you are meeting up with anyone you met online, period, anyone, a friend, a boy, a girl, whatever, you always meet in a public space, okay? Meet in a public space to meet in a space that you know and you are comfortable with. Like if you live in one town and he lives like in another town you never heard of, you're gonna meet up with in a town that you know of. It doesn't have to be your town, but it could be a town nearby that you know and you feel comfortable in. So you do that. The next thing is you tell someone where you're going. You share your location with your friends. You let them know what's up. You're like, I'm going on this date. Look out for me. Check in with me in an hour. That being said, if you're on the date and you're having a bad time and you need to get out, text your friend or call your friend and then come up with the excuse and be like, I gotta go. It's a family emergency. I'm so sorry. Thanks for this. Blah, blah, blah. So I think those are like the top three I could think of. Like make sure you're in a public safe space. Never go to someone's house first. Oh my gosh. I remember one of my friends was like, I'm going on a date with this boy. I'm going over to his house. Girl, so he could, you? Also, that's not a date. The heck? So yeah, those are some things. Please read the top form. I just sent one. Okay, girl, fine. I have over 2,000, by the way. Hi, Julie. So we're just going to go to the most recent one, 2150. I'm only 13 and I'm really struggling to like myself. Do you have any advice, babes? Oh, hi, Naomi. Listen. It sucks because like when you're at that age, especially like middle school and high school, that is definitely when I felt like my most insecure ever. And I think it's because you're at the point where like you're going through puberty and you're going through that like awkward growing up phase, when you're like, oh, like girls are getting their boobs, girls are getting their butts, that girl looks more of like a woman than I do. Like I totally get that. The best two pieces of advice that I can give you, and this is the same thing I said in my girl talk video that I posted yesterday, which if you haven't seen, you should definitely check out. Number one is literally lie to yourself. Like fake it till you make it is my life motto for a reason. You're gonna fake it until you make it, as in you're gonna fake that you love yourself until you actually love yourself. So it's kind of making yourself a little bit delusional. You're delulu, but it's going to become true. So just like wake up every day and tell yourself at random times throughout the day, I'm beautiful, I'm hot, I'm a baddie, I deserve everything. Like I am that bitch. You're going to tell yourself that, and it's going to come to the point where it's like, you're going to believe it because it's all you've ever told yourself. So that's the number one piece of advice. Second piece of advice is treat yourself like someone you love. And I know that's way easier said than done, but I want you to think about like when you're hanging out with your friends, what would you do if your friend was saying mean things about herself? Like what would you do if your friend was like, oh my God, I hate my body. I hate my face. I think I'm so fat. I hate my thighs. Would you be like, yeah, you're right. Like, oh my God, you're hideous. No, you'd be like, girl, what are you talking about? You're beautiful. Only you're noticing those things about you. Like, it's not that deep. You're so gorgeous. You deserve to love yourself. Do that same thing to yourself, because the way you're treating your friend is the way you should be treating yourself too, because why would you let anyone be mean to you, let alone yourself? So those are like the two best things that I can tell you, because I generally do think you do have to lie to yourself a little bit to eventually like actually be confident in yourself. I do it all the time. I'm lying to myself right now that I'm just not babbling to the internet and that I actually know what I'm talking about. We got 4 more questions coming in. Okay, y'all like the Google Forms. Let's see. Why does my tampon keep slipping out? Babes, what type of tampon are you using? That's crazy. And maybe you should try pads. I don't know why your tampon... Are you sneezing a lot? Maybe it's too small. That's the only thing I could think of. Oh, is it slipping out because it's too lubricated? Does that mean there's too much blood and that's why it's slipping out? Because it's too, like, you know, full of liquid and it's sliding out? Maybe try going up a size, actually. That's what I do. I try that first. And then if it keeps sliding out, change tampon brands. Maybe go for the ones that expand into little wings, because that is definitely way harder to slip out than the little cotton tube ones. Okay, let's see. Do you think it's conceited to talk about how good you look? As long as you're not comparing yourself to other people. I don't think it's conceited at all. And if someone like, well, okay, let me backtrack. I don't think it's conceited. I think it's all about the way you come off. Because you can come off conceited and you can come off cocky. But there's like, you know, there's a fine line between being conceited and being confident. And if someone thinks you're being conceited when you're being confident, then that sounds like something that like they should be working on. As long as you're not comparing yourself to people. I think if you're never putting other people down and you're only talking about yourself, that there's nothing wrong with that at all. No, you actually, like, you should be conceited, actually. You're the only you to ever exist. That's amazing, and that's worth bragging about. I said what I said. Be proud of yourself, babes. Hydrate. Everyone, water check. Drink some water. Okay. Let's see. Oh my gosh, y'all found the Google form. I'll tell you that right now. Okay. Oh my gosh. Don't mind me. How does the Boombaya work? How can you get pregnant? What makes you enjoy it? Like, I know and have slightly felt pressure, but how and why? I mean, babes, like, it's your... Can I say the word, or is YouTube gonna demonetize me? Can I say seg? I'm gonna say segs, okay? It's your segs genitals. Like, that's how you feel pressure because they're being stimulated. You know, like, that's just like, that's how the genitals work. If you hit a spot of pleasure, you're gonna feel the pleasure, you know? How it works, like, literally, I mean, you have, you know, a peen. I'm trying to think of like how to PG it so I don't get demonetized. You have a peen, and the peen goes inside. Not the peach. Peach is butt. Guys, I can't think of another one. Coochie. The peen goes inside the coochie. And that's Boombaya. But I mean, there's also like oral Boombaya. There's like peach Boombaya. Like, there's several different Boombayas. How can you get pregnant? So like, the way you get pregnant through the Boombaya is when the peen is inside your coochie and the peen climaxes or has the big O, orgasm. If sperm comes out and it gets inside you, that sperm can travel to your little eggs. And when that sperm fertilizes the eggs, a baby can come out of it, which is why you always want to wear protection. If you can double up, you should double up. And what I mean by double up is use like birth control and a condom. Like, just because you're on birth control, don't skip the condom, because, you know, like, at least condoms also can protect against STIs and stuff. So like, you always want to double up. You could even triple up and be like, hey homie, you're not finishing inside me, you're gonna pull out. But do not have him just rely on pulling out, because the pull out method, babes, there are still a lot of children in this world from the pull out method. What makes you enjoy it? Honestly, this is something that you learn on your own. Everyone is different and every experience is different and every body literally is different. You might be into some stuff that someone else isn't into. You only find that out by exploring and finding out what does it for you, literally. I think what makes you enjoy it most is like being with someone that you trust and someone that you really like and someone that makes you feel comfortable to the point where you can explore those things and find that. I think that's what the best part about it is doing it with someone that like makes it fun, you know? Okay, I feel bad not reading the comments, so I'm gonna look at the comments and I'll go back to the Google form. Where is something from? I'm so sorry, babes. I missed that comment. I'm so sorry. These comments are going by so fast. Hi, Starry. Thank you. I'm so happy you like my videos. Hi, Caitlin Jung. I saw your comment. It said, hi, Sharon, please see this. The comments are coming through so fast. I love your videos. Always so funny. Can I get a shout out? Hi, babes. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much. Guys, please stop spamming the chat. Put it in the form. No, literally, actually. I just got like 30 more responses on the form. Okay, fine. I'll read the form. Hi, Leah. Is it too late to put in your embarrassing Halloween stories? So, I do have that video that I'm already going to film. Like, I already chose the stories that I'm going to film. But I am hopping on a live, which, by the way, guys, if you didn't hurt... Ooh, I see a question that I want to answer. Ayana? It says, does it hurt? I will answer that. If you haven't seen on my community tab page on YouTube, I posted a live stream schedule. So on that schedule, it's like all the days I'm going to go live, at what time, and what we're going to talk about on that live. And I do have Halloween stories as one. So if it doesn't get into the YouTube video, I could read it or talk about it on live. So there's still hope. Hee. Does it hurt? I talked about this in my TMI like Girl Talk video. I'm just going to keep plugging in my own video. Like, if you haven't watched it, go watch it. Actually, oh my God. Okay, after we end off the live, I want you to go to that video and I want you to comment a purple heart and a bear emoji. So I know you're coming from the live and it'll be like our little secret. But okay, anyways, it's not supposed to hurt. And the reason why it hurts a lot, or like a lot of the reasons why it hurts, is because you're not wet enough, babes. And that's something that's so important. A lot of people think there's something wrong with them. Like, oh my gosh, it was so painful. Like, it was so dry. Like, it really, really hurt. And it's like, you weren't ready for it. Like, the peen was not ready for insertion because you were still too dry, meaning you weren't turned on enough. It's not something super fast. Like, you gotta let yourself get a little revved up, if you know what I mean. So a lot of the times that it hurts is because you were dry and you weren't ready for it. That being said, water-based lube. There is no shame in using lube. Lube is a lubricant. It's supposed to help make insertion easier. Always get a water-based one. The other reason it could hurt is if you're clenching, if you're really nervous and you're like squeezing and clenching and you're uncomfortable, that's gonna make it a little bit painful. Where's the Google form? Hi, Luca. The Google form is, go to my YouTube account, go to the community tab and scroll down, and there should be like a photo that says Girl Talk and it's like surprise, and then there's a link. That's gonna be the Girl Talk form. Okay. Why did it hurt when the first time? You see, babes, you needed lube. You needed some freaking lube. I'm telling you. How do you kiss someone? What do you do after? Oh, babes. Kissing is so weird, like when you really think about it, because like, who looked at another human being and they were like, hey, let's put our mouths together and then let's stick our tongues inside what? So weird. I know. Listen, your first kiss might be a little bit awkward. I'm gonna be straight up. Mine was awful. It was like kissing a slobbering dog. It was, it's so gross. I do not wish that on you. So that being said, you just kiss someone by just, I don't know, putting your mouth on them. It's weird. It's one of those things that like you learn as you go. You know, like, hi Layla, shout out to Cat Lover. Kissing is literally putting your mouth on someone else and then trying to make your lips dance. It's one of those things where it's like, you're gonna have to kiss a couple of frogs until you finally realize what you like and don't like. Like, I think maybe 3 kisses in, I was like, ooh, I do not like lip biting. I am not some beef jerky, but maybe you're into lip biting. Kissing is weird. What do you do after? You stare at each other and kiss again. Hi, Layla. I love you too, even though that's not a TMI girl talk question. Okay. Let's see. This says, this is my first time submitting something. Oh my God, how exciting. I'm watching you live right now. Hi, babes. Anyways, there was this one time I was in geography and I had to go to the bathroom. Then I bled through my jeans shorts. I didn't know how to cover it up, so I kept it at that. What should I do if this ever happens again? Oh, babes. The number one girl hack is always have a hoodie or like a sweater that you can tie around your waist. If you don't have one, because I don't know, let's say you live in Florida and you don't need one, I would do two things. I would, one, go to Lost and Found and try to find a hoodie or a sweater that I can wrap around my waist, or two, change into my gym clothes, and at least like that way I'm not sitting in like my bloody jeans. Or three, if you have a locker or if you have space in your backpack, keep a change of clothes, a change of undies, a change of shorts, pants, or a skirt, and a plastic bag. So you can put your bloody clothes in the plastic bag and then take it home and wash. So you'll be fine, but like just the little things to keep in mind, you know, like maybe even keep extra clothes in like your gym locker if you can. My friend gets her period every 3 months. I don't know if I'm jealous or nah, that would stress me out too much. Why are my boobs growing? I am like 15, babes. Listen, you're still going through puberty technically, okay? Like, I think we stop growing at 22, 21 or 22. Because I realized when I hit like 22, I was like, oh, I'm not getting taller. I'm like stuck at this height, you know, like that's it. So like, be nice to your boobies. Let them come in. And if they don't come in, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with like not having big boobies or having small boobies. Like all boobies are beautiful boobies, okay? And if you don't have big boobies, that means you don't have to wear a bra. So actually you win, because bras are boob prisons and they're awful. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hold on. The comments are coming. Hi, I love you, Rando 147, 147, 157. I cannot talk. Guys, you know what's so funny about lives and comparing it to like my YouTube videos? My YouTube videos, you know how much I'm cutting out of me messing up talking? In live, you're seeing it all in real time. Every time I forget to English, you get to watch it in real time. Crazy. You're probably like, wow, this girl barely English. Hi, Eva Jax. I'm so glad you like my videos. Okay, hold on. Help, please. I need to figure out if I'm bi or not. Babes, I don't know how to give advice on that. Because, like, I don't know. Like, I'm straight. You know, I've never had to think about that. If we have anyone that could offer some advice, please do so. But I'm trying to think, what would I do if I were? I guess I'd ask myself, I'd be like, do I want to kiss someone of the same sex? And if I do want to kiss someone of the same sex, then I would kiss someone of the same sex and see if I liked kissing them or not. That's the only way to find out, right? It's like you're literally experimenting and finding out, and the only way to find out is to actually do the thing and see if you like the thing. Am I crazy for that? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Hi, Ari. I'm so happy you're a big fan. Thank you. What do cramps feel like? They're different for everyone. I can tell you right now, if you have like endo or PCOS, your cramps will feel absolutely awful. Like some to the point where like you can't move. Like you don't want to do anything. Cramps for me feel like there's something just like gnawing at my lower tummy or like my uterus. Like it sometimes even feels like being stabbed repeatedly over and over again and the knife is inside me. It's horrible. Yes, but that's what cramps feel like to me. Okay, this TMI says, I'm 17 and exploring self-pleasure. I have debated getting toys, but my mom is very nosy. Advice. BTW, love you. I'm on your live. Hi, babes. I love you too. Okay. So the best advice I can give you for this is because, like, at the end of the day, girl, a toy in hands, like, you know? So that being said, order a wand massager. And if your mom finds it, you could just be like, Mom, it's for my shoulders. I have really bad knots in my shoulders. Actually, let me see. They're literally like the most like average looking massagers, which are literally massagers. They're not like spicy toys. They are massagers, but they can also use as a spicy toy, you know? So let me see if I can. Here we go. Okay, this is like obviously, that's not that bad. This is just an example, but like that. A massager. Something's better than nothing, at least until you can like, you know, get out of your mom's business, or your mom can get out of your business. Oh, here we go. A wand massage. And you can actually use it for your shoulders, so it works out. If you got sore legs, if you got a sore shoulder, if you trying to explore some downtown stuff, no shame. I believe in you. Good luck, babes. But also, hey, if you want some toys, I actually have a discount code. There's a website. It's called Adam and Eve. Babes, this is 18 and up, okay? So don't go clicking on this website. Or actually, 17. You're technically not 18 and up. Whenever you turn 18, Adam and Eve, you can use code Sharon, I think, and it gets you 50% off with free shipping. Hi, Sharon. Is it normal if I don't ever get cramps on my period? Honestly, like, periods change. That's the crazy part. Like, you can have cramps for like a year and then not have cramps for another year. Like, what matters is that it's normal to you. If you see a drastic change, like for me, I knew something was wrong when like I had like mild cramps to one period. I had really, really bad cramps. And I kind of figured out that it was my diet. Cause like I was eating a lot more meat and I was like, ooh, that's kind of hurting me. Cause that was the one thing I changed. So it's okay if you don't have cramps, just as long as like you are so aware of them, which this is where I'm gonna plug in some more stuff. I have a period journal on Amazon. Go to Amazon, type in just Sharon period journal, and you can order one of my period journals, and that helps you track your periods so you learn more about your body and you can keep track of your cramps and stuff like every single period. If you notice that during one period your cramps get really, really bad, that's definitely something to like note and talk to a doctor about, because like your cramps shouldn't make you feel like you can't do anything. Like, it is not normal to be in that much pain. I just want to make that very clear. Oh, y'all found the Google form. Okay. What does that say? Oh, okay. I understand this. How to clean my cat. No matter how many times I clean down there, there's always gunk. Is there a comb or something I can use? I love you too, babe. Okay. I'm intrigued by what the gunk is. Is the gunk discharge, or is it like, this is gonna be TMI, but that's the whole point of this video, or is it like toilet paper crumbs, you know? Because like that do happen sometimes. It's awful, but it happens sometimes, okay? That being said, there's no comb necessarily for down there that I know of, but you can get like a fine tooth comb. Like, let me see. You know those little like man combs, like the ones that dads have? I'm gonna put fine tooth comb. You get a small comb, literally like this. Just get like a small comb like that and like get that gunk out that way. I'd advise trimming, because if you got some pubes and there's stuff getting stuck in the pubes, grab some little manicure scissors, sit on the toilet with the toilet like open, like you're sitting like you're gonna go, but instead you're just gonna trim those little hairs, and that should hopefully help not keep so much gunk in the hairs. Also, when you like wash your kitty cat, I saw something yesterday that I was like, that's so interesting. I was on Reddit and I'm reading of like how women, or like how people were using some things to like wash their kitty cat, because you want to stay away from like fragrance things, right? Because fragrance can be super irritating. And someone's gyno, actually multiple gynos, were suggesting using like a sensitive facial cleaner, a sensitive skin facial cleaner. And I was like, that's crazy, as long as it didn't have salicylic acid. So like, maybe check that out. If you're gonna use a soap or anything, just make sure it's like sensitive skin. Maybe even go for like baby soap, because it's usually like sensitive. It's usually like safe for like eczema type of skin, or even fragrance free. But nah, babe, there shouldn't be some gunk there. I'm just very curious what the gunk is. Trim and let me know how that works out. Y'all, the questions are piling in. Wait, hold on. Ah! I'm trying to read comments and the girl chat forms. When should I get my period? I have been getting cramps and I'm in 6th grade. Babes, I sadly cannot tell you when you're getting periods, but if you're starting to get cramps, I can tell you that your period is not that far behind. Like, you're definitely at the age where you could start getting your period. Your period is expected to happen between, like, I think the average is 9 through 16. Like, that's the range. I think the average age is like 11 through 13 or something like that. So, I mean, you're not that far off. At least you know to look out for it because you're getting those cramps. If you start seeing discharge, like red or brown discharge, that's how I knew my period was coming. I got my period in 6th grade, and the only reason I found out was because I had like brown discharge, which I found out is old blood. So I was like, oh, she coming. So trust me, you don't want it anytime soon. Enjoy your life without your period while you can. Hi, Lizzie. Saying hi till Sharon gives me a shout out. Hi, Lizzie. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. How do I shave my kitty? Girl. Ooh. So first I'm going to tell you, I have a YouTube video on my channel where I tried an entire shaving routine for the kitty. I'd recommend checking out that video. And then I have a video literally dedicated on how to shave your kitty. So check those out. The number two things I'm going to say, I am blanking on how to English right now. 2 things I'm going to say. Shave in the direction that your hair grows, okay? And actually, I want to add one thing that I didn't mention in my Tea My Girl Talk, and I should have. What I do before shaving my kitty, if I was going to shave my kitty or, you know, whatever, trim. Those same little manicure scissors, trim some of the hair first and then shave the remaining hair. But again, shave in the direction that your hair is growing. That's always the number one thing you want to do. Also, try to moisturize if you can, because like it's gonna be a little bit hard to avoid itching, especially like with the what's it called? I'm blanking on those things. Razor bumps and the little strawberry skin, those can like really get kind of hard, especially when the hair starts growing back in and you want to itch so bad. I saw like people using what was it? Cocoa butter, coconut oil, and I think jojoba oil or something like that. I would just make sure it's safe to use down there first, and again, try to avoid fragrant stuff for sure. Okay, let's see what's next. Hello? Please load. Hello? Okay, wait. Ah! High school advice. Where do I start? Oh my gosh, I have so many things to advise on high school. Okay, number 1, don't give in to peer pressure. Yeah, I feel like that's a good one. Okay. Don't do something you don't want to do. And if people are peer pressuring you to do something you don't want to do, those are not your friends, and you want to get away from those people because genuine people care about your comfort and they're not going to peer pressure you to do something you don't want to do. Number 2, Felicity, you're so welcome. I got you, babe. Number 2, oh my God, for high school? This is so general. I don't know where to start. Number 2, I mean, me, I always try to do my homework in class so I didn't have to do homework at home. Because I was like, I'm trying to go home and like chill and rest, not be doing homework. The biggest piece of advice for high school. I don't think y'all are ready for this. Don't worry, I'm going to open it later. If a senior starts hitting on you, it's getting real, and you're a freshman, do not trust that man, because why aren't girls your age dating you? Sorry, why aren't people your age dating you? That means you a walking red flag. I've always thought that was really, really scummy for seniors to go after freshmen, because why are you 17, 18 going after a 13, 14-year-old, bro? What's wrong there? Something's super wrong there. So, I mean, yeah, that's probably the best piece of advice I give you right now. If you have something general, because I feel like it's just such a broad range. What time is it? Oh my gosh. How long have we been on live? Wow, thanks for being here, babes. Someone said seniors are playboys and I don't even go to in-person school. Exactly, babe. senior boys going after freshman girls. I love you too, Stella. Okay, we'll do like 2 or 3 more questions and then I will hop off because I sadly do have to go edit some videos, which I mean isn't a bad thing because that means that we get more videos, right? So pour in those questions, babe. I loved this stream so much. Thanks, babe. I'm so happy you did. Where do you submit a form? Like, one of the forms you make. So I will always post my forms on my community tab page. That is when you go to my YouTube channel, there's a tab that says community. You go there and I'll post whenever I'm like accepting submissions for a video. Also, I will usually leave them pinned in the comments of videos. Like if it's a confession video, I always leave the form pinned in my comments, or like even the girl talk one, like you can find the form pinned in that video. So like I'll usually always try to have it somewhere. How to talk to people if I'm socially awkward. Honestly, I would try, this is gonna sound kind of weird, but I hope not because I don't think it's weird, but I would try to gauge what they're interested in and then I would talk about their interests. Like, for example, I remember there was this kid in high school that like, he was a little bit on the shy side and he didn't really talk to a lot of people in my class, but like I felt bad because you could just tell, you know, and like I thought that he felt like he was awkward or shy, you know, and I wanted to make him feel a part of something, you know. So I found out that he was into, I think it was like urban exploring, which is like exploring abandoned places. So I started asking him questions about that. Like, how'd you get into that? Why do you like that? Like, you know, like what's your favorite? Like blah, blah, blah. And that kind of like got him to come out of his shell. So maybe like if you want to talk to someone, find out something that they're interested in and then ask them about that interest. And I think that's actually like the best way to talk to people in general is find out what people are into, ask them about it, and let them yap. People love yapping about this stuff they like, you know? Hi, Brielle. That's such a pretty name. Bye, Pizza Girl. I love you. Thanks for being here. Okay, babes. I will... Oh, hi, Naomi. Thanks for being here. I love you too. Okay, so I'm going to read one more question. But before I leave you guys, I do want to say, if you haven't already heard, go check out my community tab page. I posted a live stream schedule. So I'm going to live stream for the next, I think like 5 Tuesdays. And I'm probably going to just live stream on Tuesdays. But for now, I have the next 5 Tuesdays planned. Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Catch your girl on YouTube Live. And I gave each of them themes. So next week is, I don't know, actually. I think it might be confessions. I don't know. Go check that out. And the second thing I want to say before hopping off is... I posted a new video yesterday. You should definitely go check it out. And if you are checking it out after coming from the live, I want you to comment a purple heart emoji and a bear emoji. And that's going to be our little secret. Okay, now who's going to get the last question in? Oh, is it normal my tatas are kind of big? I'm a 26, 24B. Babes, that's fine. That's fine. Tatas come in all shapes and sizes. Don't be ashamed. Okay, fine. I'll answer one more. Hi, I love you too. Whoever said I love you. I love you too, Madison. But no, real talk, guys. Like, don't ever be ashamed of your tatas. Okay? Like, that's the body you were given. You're going to love that body. Okay? Because it is the only you to ever exist. I want you to understand that you are the only you to ever exist in the history of ever. That is so special and that is so freaking sick and absolutely mind-boggling. Love yourself. Love your big tatas or your little tatas, you know? Okay. Oh no. There's so many questions coming in. Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh. I don't know. I feel so much pressure to read one. Bye. I love you too, Leah. Thanks for being here. Hi, Jess Bell. I love you too. Thanks for being here. I love you. Herger, HGFFR. Herferger. Oh, God. Sharon Girly, when does your new video come out? Please say hi, Lola. I have so much acne. I cry every day because it's so ugly on me. Advice. Okay, babes, my video came out yesterday. I post a new video every single Monday. Monday, I will always post a line form video. That's been like my posting day for like ever. So Mondays, expect a new video from me. Acne. Okay, if you have that much acne, it could be cystic acne. So that might be something that you'd want to talk to a doctor about. But as of now, I would suggest do not pop your zits. When you pop a zit, the gunk that you're popping can spread to the rest of your pores and actually create more acne. So don't pop your zits. You want to use a cleanser that has salicylic acid, if I'm not mistaken. I think that might be the jam. I loved The Ordinary. The Ordinary is one of the greatest, like most affordable skincare brands. I would definitely check them out. They have some great facial cleansers. I use a very basic one. I think it's CeraVe. It's like a sensitive skin facial cleanser. It's either CeraVe or Cetaphil, but it's not like made for strong acne like that. So like I would look into The Ordinary. I'd check out their line. I would get some pimple patches. Those are so much better than like popping your zit. So like little band-aids you put on your zit and it's like magic, but it like sucks the, I hate saying P-U-S, puss, I hate that word. I hate it. So I would definitely suggest that, but yeah, I hope that helps. Justice for Rudolph. Heck yeah. Justice for my poor boy Rudolph, bro. Oh my God. That poor Rudolph. And it's almost Christmas. Do you guys think she's going to torment Rudolph again? We must save him. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Hi, Ashley. I'm so happy you love my videos. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Bye, Serendipity. Serendipity Air. Adair book talk. Bye, girly. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I love you so much. I will see you next Tuesday on live again. I love you too, my street. Save Rudolph. Tiffany, that's what I'm saying. I'll see you next Tuesday on live, and I'll see you Monday with a brand new video. I love you guys so much. I typed in random letters. That makes sense. Hi, Lainey. I love you. Bye, babes. Oh, wait. Ha! Quick plug. You should follow me on Instagram. It's at Sharon Cancio. I'm trying to get back on my Instagram game. Please do so. And comment hearts on my last photo so I know that you did. Okay, love you guys. Bye.